Hello, everybody. I just want to model a question or a problem for you for the partial quotients method that your students have been learning this week. It's very similar to the area model method. I think you'll see a lot of similarities as well, but there are some differences too. So the first problem we're going to solve is 3,157 divided by 4. And if you notice, it looks a lot like the traditional method, but there are some differences that go along with that as well. So basically, we're still asking students, what can I take times 4 to get close to 3,157? They have their little easy multiples cheat sheet, I call it, that they can use, where they would put the divisor 4 kind of down the middle and solve some problems that might get them started. For the sake of time today, I'm just going to kind of what I tell my students is use what I know about math facts, and I know that 4 times 700 is going to get me close to 3,157. So 4 times 700 is 2,800, and of course they would line up their numbers here so that they could subtract. That's the next step. And so when they subtract, I'm just going to kind of do it right underneath of here. They would get 357. Right, so then it kind of starts over and we say, okay, what can I put up here at the top to take times 4 to get close to 357? And they can use their easy multiples cheat sheet, or they can think about math facts and say, well, I'm going to do 70. 4 times 70 gets me 280. And then they would subtract 357 minus 280, and they would get 77. Move this down a little bit so you can kind of imagine my subtraction line there. So then 77, I would ask myself, okay, what times 4 gets me close to 77? And a lot of students would probably use that easy multiple sheet again, and they would say, well, 10 times 4 gives me 40, which isn't super close, but it can definitely work. One thing I like about this method is that there's a lot of different ways to get to the answer. And so 4 times 10 is 40, and then they would subtract 77 minus 40 and get an answer of 37. And then it kind of starts over again. What can I take times 4 to get close to 37? And hopefully students are starting to recognize and use their math facts. 4 times 9 is 36. So then I would take 37 minus 36 and get my remainder, which I'm going to put over here just because I'm running out of room, which is 1. I've been having the students circle the remainder just so that they don't forget about it. So you can definitely see some similarities between the more traditional method and the area model method, but also some differences as well. Now, at this point in time, I know I have a remainder, but we still have to do a little bit of work figuring out what is my answer. So if we look up at the top, we have to add these partial quotients together. So a partial quotient is part of the answer of a division problem. So we have 700 plus 70 plus 10 plus 9. I always have the students kind of make a little carrot out to the side and definitely have them rewrite those numbers to add them together if needed. But then we can see that my answer would be 789 with a remainder of 1. So that's how this partial quotients method works. Hopefully it's helpful to you to see this example. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you.